Hey people, so it is the season where it's getting dark and certain things are in season, so I'm actually currently trying to make a soup right now, and this is one of my favorite soups. It's kind of a family recipe. I hope that there's enough light. So this is a butternut. So like I'm gonna make soup with butternut, and so I've already chopped carrot. So the spices that I'm gonna use for this, I got me some bay leaf, and then I'm gonna use turmeric, and then garlic. So I'm just gonna use, I think, those three, and of course salt. So I'm still trying to figure out how much. I think I'll use the whole clove because it's gonna be quite big. So another thing, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take out the seeds from there, and they're very, very good if you just slightly fry them or toast them, but be careful not to put them too much on high heat because they pop like popcorns. I've tried and tested it, but just a second, let me just get them out. Let me see if I can hold the camera enough for you to actually see what I'm doing. Let's see how that works. Okay, perfect. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna remove them and put them in a sieve, because then that way I can just, you know, remove the flesh out. So I'm just gonna use a spoon because the seeds are quite healthy. If you want, if you have a garden, you can actually dry them and plant them. That's what we like back home in my mom's farm. That's what we usually do. And I didn't really grow up in a farm. I grew up in a city, but then my parents decided to retire. Their dream was to have a farm, and so far, yeah. And the reason why I actually, sorry, I hope the camera didn't move too much. The reason why I actually eat clean, if you guys are wondering if this is like a new thing for me, it's not. I actually grew up eating clean, and then when I was living alone for the first time, it was like, you know, no one's telling me what I need to eat or not eat. So then I was kind of eating whatever I wanted. Oops, the kitchen's gonna be in a mess. The kitchen's gonna be in a mess. That is what the cleanup is for. So after that, I'll just show you how it looks like. It's actually quite fleshy, and this butternut is quite nutritious, and it's actually in the same family as a pumpkin, obviously. But also I remember once we had this in the garden, and my mom was away, and she said, yeah, go get the butternut. And I went looking for the butternut everywhere, and it actually looks like, if you go to a garden, it looks the same thing as a zucchini or a courgette. I don't know, depending on what you guys call it, wherever you're from. So it was actually, now I know why they call, in Finnish, a courgette is called kesäkurpitsa, which is like the summer pumpkin. It actually makes sense why it looked alike. So then when my mom came, she's like, oh, they're actually here in the garden. I was like, oh, I thought that was the zucchini, because I went everywhere like looking for them, because I had no idea that we actually had butternut. So I'm gonna chop that up, and then I'll get back to you. So I've washed the seeds, and this is how they look like when you removed all the flesh, and I plan on actually frying or roasting them. And look at how beautiful and perfectly shaped they are. They're so basically what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna just oh my god, why did I do that? Wow, that was really stupid. Anyway, whatever. So I put the pumpkin in here already, and I put the spices ready. So I've put salt on top. I've put turmeric. I've put salt, I've put turmeric, and I put some chili, because my mom came to visit me over the summer, and she brought me chili that I dried and I crushed. Okay, so I finally put the garlic in, and then I'm gonna add some water. Usually I don't measure how much water, pretty much because this is quite fleshy and thick. I'm gonna just take a mug and then measure how much. So I would say put about, because 1 cup should be, it depends, a mug should be about 250 milliliters. So I would say put about 4 to 5 mugs of water instead of cups, because it's double. And then you can add when you feel like, because remember I've put a lot of stuff in it, so just put, I think that's the third one, and then the fourth one. So in my last video people were saying that there was some sound. That is actually the, oopsie daisy, what did I do? Oh no. So it's actually the filter. I have a filter that like if I'm cooking it, it removes the smells within the kitchen and the steam and everything. So I'm just gonna put maybe 1 more cup and then call it even. Another thing, maybe if you're in a hurry and want to speeden up the process, some people put boiled water already, but I think that's detrimental because of the nutrients of the soup that's becoming. Okay, yeah, so I put like 4 to 5 cups, and then I'm gonna put a lid on it so that it can boil. And because the veggies, it doesn't take forever. And in this one, because the base anyways, veggies and everything, it should be like, it takes, the whole process actually takes about 40 minutes. So my camera is actually dying, so I'm not gonna, I guess I'll have to show you the video, the soup I'll consume the soup tomorrow, so I'll take a video then. But for now, just see the before, and then tomorrow I'll show you the after.